Oh,
What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's up
how
with
you doing,
everybody?
bro?
I'm good. How you doing, little bro? I would
All
like
right.
to I would like to welcome everybody to our 11th episode of Leave It on the Court, where we talk about basketball. Like I said before, make sure you look us up on TikTok. Make sure you check us out on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Likes and shares go a long way. Today, we are going to be talking about FIBA, their losses. We're going to talk about what we think the new team should be when it's time to get that gold thing. We're going to talk about Portland Trail Blazers, and we're also going to talk about the Orlando Magic.
Yes,
So,
sir.
let's, how's your day going so far, Brody?
Not bad, man. Doing southern things, cutting grass and whatnot.
All right, I heard that. I heard that. Well, let's get this show started. What you got for me, dog?
Them Portland Trailblazers, dog. We're starting off on the West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about the Portland Trailblazers. You got to mention Damian Lillard and what's going on in his latest news. So the world's still waiting. Port,
Yeah.
when y'all gonna get off my boy? When y'all gonna let him be great and follow his heart and go to Miami? So I'm gonna ask you in that regard to play GM for the Portland Trailblazers. Would you would you ask Damian Lillard to sit until he gets traded, or would you want him to play until he gets traded?
Well, it's not a matter of asking. It's a matter of Willie. He's not. We already know how we get down. We just town business all day. You know, we love to play ball, and ain't no way in hell you're gonna get us off the court, straight up. So he's gonna play, but it's a matter as if how long he's gonna play for them. I really don't like the fact these trade things bother me a lot because of the fact that they don't rush the trades that they need to rush. They sit back on people that they know you can get rid of. I know it's a lot of teams. I know he wants to go to Miami. If you know Pat Riley, you know Miami, you know they're going to try to work with you to get the best player that they can.
Right.
But at the same time, I understand where Portland's coming from in the sense they don't want just anybody. They want something good back for their player. But you also don't want a player who's disgruntled playing on the team because it's not going to do no good for you at all. It's not going to do no good for the chemistry, even though I don't see Dame as one of them bad locker guys. So I don't
Yeah.
think it's going to be one of them things to where you have to worry about him messing up the locker room because he's mad or anything. But you can tell by body language and stuff on the court if a player wants to play or not. So we'll see.
So the opposite of James Harden.
Yeah, he's gonna play. He's
He's
gonna
gonna
play. I
play.
know he doesn't give me that vibe as the type of person. He's just gonna sit back and wait for them to do something. You know.
Yeah, to be a contrarian, I would. I think you got to kind of think about the ramifications of playing Damian Lillard, and he messed around and get hurt too. He is 33, 34, and if he gets hurt, that means his trade value goes down. So do you
Well,
consider GM?
if he don't play, his trade value to go down because we don't know
We know who
what we
Dame
getting.
is at this point. We know who Dame time is at this point.
But when
It,
you're 34 years old, sitting down ain't a good look.
okay.
You know what I mean? You want to be on the court. You know, you want to be playing. You want to be out there. So I don't know.
I I think you protect your asset uh, by any means, and I don't. If he's playing, he's just getting reps. I
Hmm.
know this particular team, as constructed, is not like championship level. Where that's not the aim anymore. So they got. I'm actually to play GM again because they just signed Jeremy Grant to a new 5-year contract for 160 million,
Uh-huh.
and they also signed Yusuf Nurkic to a 4-year, $70 million guaranteed contract.
Hmm.
If Dame goes out the door and you got now Jeremy Grant and Yusuf Nurkic, I think they both 29, 30 years old. Uh, do
Uh,
you do you try to get off them, or do you keep them on the roster?
um, you can't really deal them because if you lose Damon, you still need your team. So,
Yeah, you still need your team. You do need your
uh,
team.
I don't think you really had to trade too many more assets with Damon to get off that trade.
Hmm.
I don't think. Picking up brand new contracts ain't really been something you see a team do a lot unless it's a really a blockbuster trade. Pat Riley doesn't give me that vibe like he wants to pick up a contract
Yeah,
just to get just to get Damon, being that Damon's contract so high. So I don't think that's something that they would do. Especially they like Jeremy a lot. Nurkic is a mainstay. So
right, right. I I'm looking at their roster, and I'm thinking if
mhm,
they get off Dame, right,
mhm.
they got two players that they're paying a lot of money to. That's really not going to. They're not. They're not patient. And they're not envelope pushers. They're not going to really do much for me for the amount of money I'm paying. Uh, I think I think they're more of an asset of Dame there, but without Dame being there, they're more so role players. So what I'm thinking, if you trade Dame to Miami, you get back a couple of assets. So then you take Jeremy Grant, you trade him for even more assets, maybe a couple first round picks. Then you trade Yusuf Nurkic to a title contender and bring back some more assets. I think you can rebuild and maybe use this as a rebuilding year. Just basically trying to collect assets for what you have. What you think about that?
Well, the thing is that it's Portland.
Okay.
So it's like that's been their issue from the beginning for the most part, is that they're a small market. They're not a really a go-to place to go kick it or spend time or do things at. So it's just hard to find these trades. Now, if you're willing to, break the team down and trade for some nobodies, then maybe, but anybody of any substance isn't going to want to come to Portland, especially if they lose Dame. So
Yeah, yeah. I'm thinking just more about let's go on. If we're getting rid of Dame, let's go on full rebuild. Let's not half-ass it.
I don't think so, because Scoot's supposed to be fired. Scoot's supposed to
Scoot is supposed to
be
be fired.
Scoot is supposed to be taking his place. So they really, it sounds like they're trying to build around him. That's why I think they brought back Nurkic as a veteran presence, and they got Jeremy, who is on the incline right now. So I think they just I think um, they might be one player away from being a contending team in the lower Western Division, but it's just whether or not they can get somebody who wants to come play in Portland. I don't think they're that far down the hill, man. They think Anthony Simmons is pretty raw, man. They
Yeah,
got some players out there. They got some dudes out there that can put up some points. It's if they can play defense, keep everybody healthy, and if Scoop show up and do what he's so-called supposed to do, we're gonna see what's happening. They might be pretty good. So I don't know if they're in full rebuild mode. That's why I think they brought them two players back. I think they believe in Scoop more than maybe you might right now. But now, long as they got Damon, and if he plays, then they still, up in there.
yeah,
So I think they're looking at it more in the lines of we're gonna play good, and if something big comes up trade deadline, we're gonna trade Damon. Other than that, he only wants to go one place. So Miami needs to step up. They need to step up and quit playing, man. Quit playing, especially if it's coming down to draft picks and stuff like that, and Tyler Hero and stuff. Man, if you don't go get Damon, I'm gonna go put Pat Riley in the headlock myself. Like, dude, you tripping. You tripping. I would give just like if you in the win now mode because you only got Jimmy. Jimmy is in his 30s. You know what I'm saying? Bam is playing at his, I think at maybe his semi peak right now.
okay.
If you put Damon in the mix, you got a contender for at least 2 years. So your window is closing, Miami. Do what y'all need to do, man. And Portland, let the boy go, man. Let the boy go to Miami and get them, get that Miami breeze and chill. He been representing for y'all for all this time. Show the man some love, man. He want to get up out of there, man.
Yeah, wearing that letter O on his jersey. So speaking of Anthony Simons, I mean, he's 24. He averaged 21 points a game, 4 assists, 90% free throw shooting, 44% field goal, 38 from the 3-point line. He he really looking like he was Dame's protege there. I expect really, really big things from him next season. Him and Scoot Henderson in the backcourt with Shadon Sharp coming off the bench. Um, it sounded like he was getting at maybe seeing what this group can do. Yusuf Nurkic, Grant Williams, Anthony Simon, Scoot Henderson, maybe seeing what they can do up to the trade deadline, seeing if they can go ahead and become one cohesive unit, and then make a decision at the trade deadline whether this is going to work or do we really need an overhaul and go on a full rebuild behind Anthony Simons and Scoot Henderson. So I feel that. I like that. They went ahead and got Nasir Little and Kevin Knox, Matisse Thybulle. So they got a defender. See Justin Williams.
Matisse Thybulle got that corner three too. Matisse Thybulle could from the corner.
Yeah, they just looking at the roster. They got a
Winslow is a good defender too. Justice.
Yeah. They got
a core. They just got to play up to par.
With that being said, with Anthony Simons and Scoot, let's say they keep Damian Lillard. Let's say just a trade don't happen. Damian Lillard has a change of heart. Do you think they can make a playoff push? Do you think they're a playoff team?
What was their record last year?
It was pretty bad, but Dame was hurt most of the time.
Well, with Dame, I think they can get the lower seed. If Dame's playing the whole season, if he's committed to the team, they can get lower seed with the team they got if people healthy. The lower half of the West is open to me. You know, with the West, it all just depends on injuries because everybody's so old. I had to think about what I was saying about the West and the strength of the West. The strength of the West got age on it though, and the top players on the West has a lot of injury prone players too.
They do.
So the West is going to be more open than people think, depending on health. So, being that Portland has a young team, they have a little bit more of a shot than people think because they have more of a chance of being healthy.
And to answer your question, they went 33-49 last season, 33-49, and like I said, Dame was hurt a lot of that season.
And so, well, there you go. That lets you know right there that they can handle their own without Dame. Because 33, and that's not bad for a team without their star player. So you put Damon on the court, that's maybe another 20 wins. That's 53 wins, 43, maybe another 10 wins. That's 43 wins. You know, that's a play-in, lower seed. You get up in there, you know. Anytime you get up in there, you got a shot. And that's all you want, you know. So it's just whether or not Dame is going to come committed if he has to come back and play.
And speaking of young talent, the Orlando Magic got an abundance of it.
Hold on.
They also had.
Hold up. Deion Sanders 2-0. Let's go. I know this is a basketball thing. Deion Sanders 2-0. Let's go, Colorado.
Shout out to Colorado Buffalo, man. You definitely got some fans. Now,
you know, Deion, my favorite player all times. I got to shout out the player partner. You know what I'm saying? Anyway,
we look forward to the interception coming to a YouTube near you.
Yeah, man. As soon as we get the subscribers up, we need at least 100 subscribers if y'all want that football channel, man. I got you. I'm gonna cover it all. You know, college, everything. So 100 subscribers to that YouTube. Bang bang, football. Let's go.
So speaking of young talent, the Orlando Magic got an abundance of it.
Nah,
They got the reigning rookie of the year from last season, Paulo Banchero. Paulo Banchero averaged 20 points with 7 rebounds and 4 assists. He's the 22nd first overall pick to win Rookie of the Year.
nah.
I'm
Look
actually
at you,
to
Staff Boy. You like Staff Boy from PTI. Go ahead, do your thing.
um, he came off the bench this time in FIBA. Um, how do you feel like he did in FIBA basketball, being going into his second year?
Well, I'm not gonna lie to our viewers. I have a
Okay.
job. When they're playing, I'm working. On the
Yeah.
weekends, I'm sleeping.
Okay.
So I don't really get to see the games in full,
Okay.
in their
Um,
entirety. But from what I've seen, it was the reason why he came off the bench. I think sometimes when you play with players of that caliber, you tend to get a little bit intimidated by the caliber of players you're playing around.
okay.
So I think a lot of these players like Bi, him, it's a couple of players that didn't step up to their full potential because of what they had in front of them.
Right.
He feels like a
Okay.
player. I feel like from what I saw that if he was in practice, he would start for me. What I
Yeah.
seen in Orlando, he would start for me. But for some reason, he didn't get the shine that he should have got with USA from what I did see. And
Yeah.
it's kind of weird to me. And it's kind of like, I also seen this thing where his France coach ghosted him. I'm kind of wondering if that has something to do with how he was playing too. If it was kind of messing with his head a little bit, that he didn't represent his country and his country ain't messing with him. That could play a part too in how you play. So
Yeah.
it's a lot of things that yeah, I'll be doing my little stuff, but it's a some of those things could have like affected how he played outside the fact that he had all this talent surrounding him.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah.
on
That's a whole thing with the Italian coach and Paulo playing for the Italian national team and so on and so on. So yeah, that could have played with his psyche, but
Yeah, I mean, anytime a whole country just be like, "Yikes," that
so
could kind of.
I ain't gonna lie. I was looking at the Orlando Magic roster.
Hold
Um,
on, wait, hold on. On the flip side,
okay.
Orlando, that boy is the Incredible Hulk. They need to run the ball through him. They should build a franchise around this guy. I think if you
Wow.
put that battery in his back,
Yeah.
that he can be somebody serious. They got to put the battery in his back. He has to believe y'all going through me. But go ahead and finish.
Just after studying the Orlando Magic roster, I'm a little bit higher on them than I was. I got
Mm-hmm.
to admit that. With Franz Wagner and Paulo Banchero
Isaac,
and Wendell Carter Jr.
mm-hmm.
That that
Jalen
front court,
Suggs, Jalen Suggs. They got
Jalen Suggs,
Joe Ingles. He's a
Joe.
reliable. They got Gary Harris and Carter Williams, and
Yeah.
Mikael Fultz is starting to show up a little bit. Like if he played like a little bit how he played towards the end of the season,
Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay.
I like what we call it. I like Greg Anthony's son too. He fire. I like
Yeah,
dude.
man.
I like dude. He
Hey,
remind me
Giannis
of dude
to
from
break his
New
ankles like
Orleans. He remind me of the little dude from New Orleans.
Mr. Pickpocket.
Yeah, man. So he got the same type of energy. I love energy
Oh,
player.
okay.
Pat Bevs, dudes like him.
Yeah.
He dunk on you. He get in your face. Like, you know what I'm saying? I love it. I love it. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah, just for our viewers, I don't know if y'all didn't know, Jalen Suggs was a high school football star. He actually played quarterback, and he has both a scholarship in football and in basketball. So he chose to go basketball. It worked out for him in college. I hope it works out for him in the NBA more so.
Mm-hmm.
However, there's a dog there named Markel Fultz that I've been high on ever since college, and we saw him get picked first. uh, around one of the top picks overall. in this draft, and he ended up hurting his shoulder, and I think something was messing with his psyche, especially in his
His
Philly
jump
days.
shot. Well, I
Hmm.
think it was he lost confidence in his shot after the shoulder injury, and I think that Philly messed him up. They made it a point of emphasis. Anytime a person like has an issue with something, I don't feel like a team should back the fact that the media is on him about it. You know, they shouldn't be like, yeah, it's true, his shot is messed up and we working on it. I hate that. I feel like,
Right.
they should just, try to set it aside. Like, no, he's all right. We just waiting for him to get hot. Instead of trying to make it a point of emphasis, because then some players get to reading into the headlines and reading into their Twitter, and then they all of a sudden um, they start feeding into it, and now their shot is going off. You're thinking about it, like instead of shooting when you in the league or when you in the regular gym, you let it go. You already know it's going in.
Right.
Now when you're playing in the game, you thinking about it because you already know you're gonna have 1,000 tweets saying that shot looked broken. So I think that Philly messed that up. I think Orlando kind of like kept him in the cuts and
Yeah.
just let him get back to himself. And then now he back to himself, and we starting to see the dude we should have saw in Philly.
Is this a make or break season for him?
Of course, because he's the first round. He was the first pick, second pick in the draft, first pick in the
Yeah.
draft. So every year's a make or break for the first pick in the draft, because you have to show a certain type of potential. And if you haven't reached your potential, especially after all this time, it's like, dude, like, what are we doing?
Oh,
But I think he's taking it serious. So long as he's taking it serious and he's putting in the effort to try to become a better player, that's what you want.
yeah. And shout out to BBM. He didn't have a strong circle. I actually agree with that.
Yeah.
I think he spent a lot of time on the court thinking the game rather than just playing. Just
Yeah.
go ahead and play with reflex.
Yeah.
Um, you can tell folks is definitely in his head about his jump shot and his lack of ability to perform at a first overall picks level. So we are still very much so rooting for you,
Mm-hmm.
and I think you have the potential to be at least a star in this league, man. And
Mm-hmm.
and I hope you prove me right.
All
So
right. Jadon's moment. Hold on, folks. Dog. Just play ball. Forget all that other stuff, all what the media is saying and everything. Get back to you. Get back to what got you to be the number one pick in the draft, bro. Do what you need to do to win, man. Forget all that other stuff, because that's not gonna be there once you start balling. So just ball.
right, okay. And then the Orlando Magic in this year's draft, they went ahead with their first round pick at number 6. They drafted Anthony Black from the University of Arkansas,
Mm-hmm.
and then they followed up at
Arkansas.
Arkansas, Kansas. And then with their second first round pick at number 11, they drafted Jeff Howard out of Michigan. Now, Anthony Black is a 6'7" point guard. He was also a high school football star receiver, so he's physical,
So
great vision. Timeout. Okay.
why would you draft a 6'7" point guard? And we just made that whole spiel about folks. See, those are the type of things that take mental hits to players and make them feel like y'all don't believe in me. You won't sit up here and draft another guard or just a player in his position because he can play, from guard to shooting guard. So you draft a guy in my position. See, that's the type of stuff, man. That almost negates everything we just said about folks. Unless he saw that pick and he got mad. He got pissed off and was like, "Oh, that's what y'all doing? That's what y'all y'all think y'all finna just okay.
That was coming. So that was
Okay.
coming. So I think the very last episode we talked about Brandon Miller and his mental fortitude and how tough he can be mentally with him going through what he went through with his legal case. Um, does Markel Fultz, has he built that thick skin? Has he built that mental capacity? Is he mentally strong enough to look at that? Okay, y'all draft another point guard, and y'all think he's gonna come in here and take my job? Like, bet, let's play. Let's get to it now, right? So, but this kid Anthony Black, he just watching him in summer league, he passed his ass off. He know how to read the seams. His issue is going to be his shooting. Can he improve that jump shot? Can he improve that 3-point shot? That's his weakness. So you got three guards: Suggs, Markel Fultz, and Anthony Black, and none of your guards can really shoot at a high clip. I think the job is going to be awarded to who can develop their jump shot and who can do it fastest. What you think?
Well, I hope that's not the issue because Markel Fultz has already lost the race. um, um, in the past, he didn't show the greatest mental fortitude.
Okay.
But as of late, it seems like he's got it together. So this is one of those we have to see type things. I can't call it because we've seen two different people, Jekyll and Hyde.
Right.
You know, I'm hoping Hyde shows up on the court and he turns into a dog and take this as an insult. And also, this is like BBM said, this is a chance for him to maybe show another team. Like, look, if since the age shouldn't he be drafting somebody for me to replace me, I'm gonna show everybody else that I'm worth y'all picking me up. So his value, it's all about value in the NBA when you're a player that's not in the upper elite or upper echelon of players. So what you're doing is just trying to upgrade your value, you know. So the best thing to do is just come in and just play the best you can, show everybody that you're worth something, prove the team that drafted somebody in front of you or to take your spot that you shouldn't have done that. And that's all you can really do. And that takes mental fortitude. Once again, we've seen two different type of people from that standpoint dealing with Markel. So hopefully we see that other guy.
Yeah. And shout out to the Orlando Magic for picking up fan favorite Mac McClung. On to the next segment, dog.
Come
our
on, man! What the fudge? What are we doing? What are we doing? We can't get a bronze? Are you serious?
Can't get a bronze.
Are you freaking serious? Y'all got Drake over there singing. Start up on the bottom now we're here. Start up on the bottom now my whole team freaking here. What? What are we doing?
We're finishing fourth. We're finishing fourth in the FIBA Cup.
You know what? I'm sorry. I made that prediction. That was my fault. See, I was talking all that smack when we was beating everybody. I made enough to take this L. They get the prices right. They get the prices right.
Oh, man. Showing our age. Shout out to Grandmama.
Jesus Christ, man. Come
Shout
on.
out to Grandma. Price is right.
Later.
So, look. Yeah, we finished fourth overall in the FIBA World Cup, but on a positive note, we did qualify for the Olympics 2024. Okay. Shout out to shout out to Michael Bridges for getting that game to go into overtime with a spectacular shot.
That was some Reggie Miller's like almost type of stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
But as I said on previous episode, honestly, like I know we always have the highest standard for Team USA on the world stage, but like I said in the previous episode, we've only won the FIBA Cup twice in like the past 30 years, right?
Yeah.
We qualify for the Olympics, and we go and kick some ass. So, um, the problems that I saw with this particular roster was defense. Couldn't stop some of the main characters on the world stage. We couldn't we had a problem with rebounding as well. Um, and shout out to Triple J, man. You're 6'10", but you were one of the worst rebounders on this roster. I don't understand how Josh Hart at 6'4" is our best rebounder, both offensively and defensively. Okay? So I think just as a little self reflection, let's let's care about rebounding a lot more. I think Charles Barkley says something to the lines of the only stats he care about is rebounding and second chance points. You if when you see a team lose, you immediately look at their rebounding. How did they get out rebounded by the winning team? Because it plays a huge role in just winning and overall winning. But
How many
looking at
double-digit rebounders did we have on our team?
double-digit rebounders, none, not one.
So what are we talking about?
Not one.
What are we talking about? There's no way. See, the thing is that this is why I will say about Steph Curry effect. He has made everybody think they can shoot the lights out. I think we sent the team over there where we thought we were just gonna shoot everybody lights out and we was gonna win, and forgot we gotta play defense. We gotta grab rebounds. The Olympic game is about hustle. That's it. It ain't about how many points. It ain't about the spectacular plays.
Mm-hmm.
It's about hustle. These dudes over there, that's how they make they grind out there. That's how they do their thing. They hustle. They play right. They play right, and they hustle. Every ball, I'm going for it. Every loose ball, I'm going for it. If you leave me open for a pick, this dude at the top is going to see me. He's not going to go, oh yeah, I got 20, so I'm going to shoot it. He's going to go, oh, that guy is open. I should pass it to that guy.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And we go over there with an arrogance that, all right, we down 10. We'll just shoot 4 threes, 5 threes, and we'll be back. But news flash, y'all ain't Steph.
Y'all ain't Steph. Y'all not Clay.
Y'all ain't Steph. Y'all not Clay. Y'all not these dudes. So it ain't that easy. And to even further prove my point, the best player was the slasher. The guy where he went through the hole. It wasn't the shooter. It wasn't the dude that was out here shooting a bunch of threes. It was the dude that was bringing it to him.
Right.
And that's why I said he was going to be the best player, because he understood that y'all can't stop me going through the hole. These threes is just something that's going to come because of the type of defense. It's like college defense, basically. They're going to leave that shot open, so it's a matter of who making it. But these dudes have designed plays for that. Design plays to set up the three. Design plays to set up if the three ain't open, it's somebody cutting to the basket.
Yeah.
We're relying on our athleticism and the fact that we America. And we gotta awaken it, man.
So to double down on what you're saying, as far as like playing the right way, that goes back to fundamentals, and part of fundamentals is boxing out. Where were the box outs? We needed some of those second chance points. We needed some of those defensive rebounds. Um, uh, can I can I name off a couple of players that I wanted to see on this FIBA roster
Go ahead.
that would have turned it from a C team to a B team at least? Because I think a lot of about playing the right way is having buy-in from the entire league, from the country. Like, let's get over there and get this done. So I wanted to see John Morant on this team. Okay.
I knew you was
I,
gonna say that.
I wanted to see Zion Williams on this team. Like,
No, I don't
he was
want to
just
see him on
back
the
there.
team.
I,
I don't want to see him on the team.
the rebounding, the muscle. I want
But
to
he
see.
wouldn't have played, man. He can't play. New
uh,
Orleans gonna be like, if he gonna play for anybody, he gonna play for us first.
who?
I
Oh, you said New
said New Orleans
Orleans.
would have been like, if he gonna play for anybody, he gonna play for us. So he.
I wanted to see Trey Young on this team. His 3-point shooting and his court vision and his control of the game would have helped. I wanted to see Cade Cunningham on his team, especially after he was busting their ass in the practices. I wanted to see Tyler Hero on his team, stretch the floor out. I want to see Jaylen Brown on his team for his defense and his hustle. I want to see LaMelo Ball. LaMelo Ball already has international play
Can I ask
in his
you
back.
something? You haven't
What's
named
up,
one defender. We
Jalen?
still well, maybe one and a half of one. You
Jalen Brown.
still haven't solved none of the issues that we have with none of the players that you're trying to add to the
I
team.
was getting around to it. I was about to say Jaden McDaniels from the Minnesota Timberwolves, the 6'8", 6'9", wiry, tough defender, like a ball
That's
stopper,
who
a point of
Mikal
attack
was
defender.
supposed to be.
He did good. Actually, Mikal Bridges did good, except they were asking him to score too now because he was the second leading scorer on Team USA. So it's very tough in today's game to be both the very best defender and contribute 20 points, especially in a FIBA game. I also want to see Miles Turner, since there's no defensive 3 seconds for FIBA basketball. Miles Turner would have been great in the paint, boxing out, grabbing rebounds, even stretching the floor on the opposite end. And then I want to see Donovan Mitchell play. I think Donovan Mitchell is a bona fide star that could
I
definitely
like
take
that.
of scoring off of Anthony Edwards. So between Donovan Mitchell and LaMelo Ball, Jay McDaniels, Miles Turner, Trey, Zion, Ja, I think that's a sufficient FIBA World Cup team that would have brought home the gold.
Well, they can back up who I got started.
Yeah, that was just the FIBA Cup roster.
Well,
We
if
ain't
I
even
would have
get into the
added some more
Olympics.
players, if I would have replaced Reeves with Donovan,
Yep.
I would have replaced Jalen with Melo.
Yeah, Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, I would have traded for Melo. I would have replaced.
I would have replaced Walker Kessler with Miles Turner.
Yeah, Miles Turner. Yeah, I like him. I like him. I like him.
I would have
I
replaced Cam Johnson with Cade Cunningham.
I don't know about that. I like Cam, but I don't think he just got enough opportunities. I just think those two. I think if they put LaMelo and they put Mitchell on that team, that's a different team. It's really
Also,
hard to go through a C team because you don't really want to, because you can't put no A players on that team because it's FIBA. So it's kind of hard to like replace those dudes up when you're looking at the lower tier players in the league. I can't really think of nobody who I would just put on that team. I wasn't expecting Triple J to be so weak. You
I
know, I thought he was going to be more of a threat. You know,
I
but
kind
but he playing OGs, man. Them OG, them Europeans, man. They don't be playing, man.
I kind of think Coach Kerr had Triple J playing out of position as well because for his home team, he actually playing the power four, and they got Steven Adams starting at the center. So he's really not that guy to rebound the ball. Even
Yeah,
he's the guy to go ahead and go for all the blocks and let Steven Adams back him up. As far as like being the anchor, being a rock, let me go ahead and go after the block. Let me go after the steals and whatnot, and keep and let Steven Adams ground us. So
yeah.
I think they instead of starting Josh Hart, that they may have could have. Well, Brandon Ingram needed to develop more.
They could have sent Carl Anthony. Like he could have went.
Yeah, but he ended up playing for the Dominican Republic.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, with but I was saying the same thing. Like I don't know why he didn't, but he ended up playing for the Dominican Republic. They really could have just maybe inserted Walker Kessler or Bubble Eye dude like from the
Right,
Milwaukee
bubble
Bucks.
lie,
And
bubble lie, bubble
put the
lie.
message in and let Triple J play the power forward rather than inserting Josh Hart.
Yeah.
So let's transition to the 2024 Olympics then. Who do you have starting in the 24 Olympics game that's going to take place in Paris?
Okay, so I don't. This is my wish list. I don't
Which,
think this is gonna happen, but this is my wish list, and it's over. We don't even have to. We don't even need 6 more players after this. I'm just gonna let you know right now. Game over after I name this 5. Just let y'all know. Okay. MB, he just became a citizen. He's our center.
okay.
Anthony Davis is our power forward.
Oh,
Yeah.
dang. You ain't got to say no more.
Durant is our small forward just because he just want to get one more. Then we got Clay, shooting
Clay
guard.
Thompson started. Ooh,
Clay
okay.
Thompson. And then we got Steph. Game over. Send home. Just wrap it up. It's over. Ding. It's over. We ain't got to talk about it no more. Just,
Yeah.
thank you. Pat me on my back. I just set us up. Team USA. Let's
Embiid
go.
comes to the United States citizen. We got Embiid, Anthony Davis, Kevin Durant, Clay Thompson, Stephen Curry. Oh my God.
Clay ain't even got to be regular Clay. He can be Clay right now. But it's the Olympics, so it's gonna be he don't be on a whole nother page, man.
Right.
But we got defenders, we got shot blockers, we
Yeah.
got big men that you can't stop, and they actually big, and they like to do all the stuff. And then we got the greatest shooter of ever.
Of
Let's
ever.
go.
Okay.
Light skin assassin, light skin team, go. Let's go. Holla at your boys.
So I gotta. So if you since you get a starting 5, I'm gonna give the reserves, and I'm gonna try to remember who you pick and then reserves.
Steph, Clay, Durant, Davis, and B.
Okay. So then coming off the bench, give us Anthony Edwards. Okay. He
Yeah,
more
I
than
was
proven.
gonna put Anthony Edwards instead of Clay, but I was just like, I want to give, so that's just cold. But
Give
good job,
me Damian
good job. Who?
Damian Lillard.
Yikes!
Got Damian Lillard as a backup point guard. He whooped ass in the last Olympics. Bring back old man LeBron James.
That's for the
Give him
captain to just the glue.
he don't even got to
Glue.
start. He just go ahead. He's the ultimate. He's like Captain
The glue
America.
guy. Yeah,
Of
glue guy. He's
basketball.
just
Yeah,
like, everybody come here. Avengers Assemble. Like,
right. Give me Bam Adebayo to come off the bench as well.
okay.
Uh,
That's hustle.
that's hustle. That's rebounds. That's toughness. Give me Jason Tatum. Give me Jason Tatum.
I knew he was coming.
Give
The game is over.
me, yeah, the game is over. Give me Kobe 2.0 and Devin Booker.
Devin Booker.
Yeah, Devin Booker.
He was
That's
my
six.
one of my other. I was thinking about him. I shooting guard too.
And lastly, give me give me Kawhi Leonard.
I knew you was gonna say that. I knew you was gonna say that.
Give me Kawhi Leonard. That and Team USA.
He's
Team
Christian
USA.
Laettner.
So
Yeah.
so going to the Olympics, I'm actually very, very, very happy that Steph Curry already said he's playing. He's already notched his spot for the 2024 Olympics in Paris. He's going to be playing under Coach Kerr and Coach
Oh, you know
Tyler.
Clay going. You know Clay going.
They're going to have to like tie up Draymond Green and throw him in the back or something to stop him from going as well. I really think if Stephen Clay going, Dre is going to try to go.
I should was probably replace Anthony if Anthony don't decide to go. Anthony
And
Davis.
Anthony Davis or
Yeah.
Kawhi Leonard with his hurt ass. Like I think that's a guy I think he's going to be. I tell you what, you put like people like Draymond and Trae Young on the practice squad for people who just decide to back out or just can't go or is injured or whatnot.
Yeah.
I think you ought to put like a Donovan Mitchell and Cade Cunningham on a practice squad and Triple J
Yeah.
on a practice squad.
I think the players should try to do the you know what, y'all? For this one for 24, we should make this generation's dream team. I think that's what they should try to do. I think they should be like, man, let's just go all out and we gonna make this the next because it's enough players in the league that can make a new dream team. If you put like LeBron and Steph and all them on the same team, that can be like even better than the Kobe team because it was still a few dudes that was slacking like in the big man areas that might have didn't stack up. But like you throw an Embiid in there and somebody, oh my God, this team could be incredible.
Let me ask you this: how much of that do you think should be on the players themselves? Like if I'm Steph and I already made my stake and claim that I'm going to the 24 Olympics, how much of that should be, okay, Steph, get on the phone and call LeBron. Get on the phone and call Tatum. Tell Klay Thompson. Like, how much of that should be on the players to rally the troops, per se, and be like, okay, I don't like what just happened over here in Asia. Let's go ahead and show the world, who we are. How much of that, in your opinion, should players actually get involved in recruiting for the Olympic roster?
I mean, I think they already talk. I think when you see stuff like this, you already know phones and Twitter and DMs is getting hit. Like y'all just saw that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's already lit. You feel me? Like they think this is what we finna play with. Like, you know what I mean? So it's a couple of dudes like, you got it this summer? What you got planned? Nothing. Really. Some commercials. Can you fit it? Yeah, I can fit it. Let's go over there and show them. Let's go over there and show them what we do. All right. One more time.
One more time. The Expendables.
You know, woo, yeah, yeah, the Expendables for real. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like, Brian, like, nah, 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 nah. Steph, like, you already see Steph, like, I see y'all in the Olympics.
but
God bless me. We can't win a. You know what? You know what?
you
Okay,
know what? Yeah.
okay,
Yep.
okay. Y'all enjoy. That's what they saying. Enjoy FIBA. That's what they saying right now. Like,
And
I hope y'all liked it.
shout out to Germany and Schroeder and them for going ahead and placing
Man,
gold.
man, shooter, the truth, man.
Yeah, yeah, Schroeder is truth in the FIBA Cup. Let's see what he do on the world stage.
I
I, how much more would it? I think it would mean a lot more if somebody like if I'm one of the stars in the NBA, it would mean a lot more if Steph actually called me personally and was like, "Hey, I'm going to the Olympics. I need you there."
I don't think that is that. I think that tweet was the phone call.
Maybe, maybe,
You know what I
maybe.
mean? You
Yeah.
know, ego. Oh, Steph going? All right, I'm going
No,
too. All right. Oh, Brian going? Oh, all right, I'm going too. All right, that's what we doing.
that's
Yeah.
how it should be.
You know
I
what I'm
think that
saying?
that's
I think
definitely
that
should
was
be.
the phone call. I was the phone call. Like he saw that and was like, all right, enough of that. You know what I mean? So he ain't got to make a phone call. Once you post it for the world to see,
Yeah.
that's the big A. That's the Avenger symbol. That's the bat signal right there. Like for real. I know y'all see the bat in the sky, right? Okay.
Yeah.
See y'all
Uh,
at the Olympics game.
with I don't know with this FIBA World Cup, it lets you know that the world is catching up and that we just can't. I think a lot of people undervalue just chemistry, the chemistry of a team, and they undervalue actually just putting a team together and letting them play together for months and years to build up to what's going on in these World Cups.
I don't
We take teams, we assemble that roster in 2 or 3 months, roll them out, let them play.
I don't think
Does that
it's that. Go ahead.
run it?
I don't think it's that. I think that the way the system works is that those teams play together all through the year and they just add one or two players outside of kind of like the Canada team. With us, it's we have to throw these players together and only let them play for a few weeks in order for us to represent our country. We don't have one team that plays through the year and then comes and represent us. You know, they all play for the individual teams and then they throw a bunch of players in the pool and then you try to create this chemistry in a few weeks or whatever to play all these teams who's been playing all throughout the year together, and all they doing is adding two players who probably know the offense like the back of their hand. So it's a big
Mm.
difference when you only average putting together two or three players. Even with the Canadian team, even though they all played in the NBA, when they come in and say a team in Canada, the offense is run like, you know what I mean? Because this is something they have been doing before. Either they were in the league, or well, actually prior to when they were in the league. So it's kind of like that's the only disadvantage that we have. But that's the thing that makes it so special about us winning is that we just said, all right, we taking 12 dudes, we'll play together, we finna come whoop y'all ass. You know what I'm saying? That's what made us winning such a special thing. And now that the game done caught up to us, it's not that no more. It's like if we want to win FIBA, we gotta send a squad. We want to win the gold, we gotta send a squad. Because they ain't playing. You know what I mean?
Well, I guess that's what I mean by chemistry. Like, okay, FIBA World Cup is over. Season about to start in another month or so. Let me go ahead and ask this coaching staff. Let me go ahead and get on the phone right now. Let me start assembling right now. And maybe once a month on a weekend. Let's assemble these 12 guys and let's practice, and let's go ahead and start building now, rather than um, just throwing them together during the summer and taking that team out there.
Can't
You
happen.
disagree?
Can't happen. Season's too important.
Mhm.
NBA wouldn't allow that. I'm pretty sure it's something in the CBA where they're not, required to play more basketball than is required. I'm sure
Yeah,
it's somewhere in there. It's just not. It's not a thing because then you would have to pull people from whatever city they in, get them in one spot just to practice. It's just not something that's realistic. That's why, once
that's true.
again,
That's true.
when we put this team together, it's not supposed to matter. We don't need chemistry. We USA.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? 10 practices, we should be able to whoop y'all ass. That's what we supposed to be representing. You know what I mean?
For sure. Yeah.
But it all it is a different time, man. These players that are coming from these teams that's over there overseas and wherever they are in different countries, they're coming with NBA type games. They're not 4 sets behind, 2 sets behind, 3 sets behind, or more. They're right on par with us. So if we want to win these FIBAs and stuff, we got to take it serious. We got to take all these tournaments and everything so far as us representing our country. We got to take it serious. And then it becomes about the players and them wanting to relinquish their summers and their family time when they're at the peak of their game to come over here and show everybody what we can do. But there's also that hand of, man, y'all know what we can do. All we got to do is just get in there. And we get in there, you're dead. You know what I'm saying? So I think we always have that. We always have that in the back of our mind. It's like, as long as they get us in the tournament. But this is a close call, though.
This was a close call, and I'm just thinking about some of the other teams that didn't send their full squad either, like Canada, because Wiggins and Murray didn't play on Team Canada for this FIBA Cup.
It's
So
not gonna matter. Not
I
gonna
expect
matter.
there
Steph,
on the
Steph alone with these dudes that we got is this game over. But if we add 2 more dudes, like,
yeah.
stop, man. Just stop. Stop. Stop.
Oh
Like,
shit.
enjoy FIBA. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all better enjoy this while y'all can. Okay? Because y'all done piss somebody off.
What
Y'all,
Dion say? Coming. We coming. That's what Dion said.
y'all
No, no,
done
no.
pissed somebody off, man. Y'all should have
On
just won gracefully. Now, we didn't even win a bronze. Y'all could at least let us get a bronze. At least 2 of us wouldn't have came. Now, it's over. We send the expendables. It's everybody. Arnold, Sylvester,
yeah,
Wendell.
all of them.
Everybody's coming.
All
It's
of them.
over. Pack
And
your
on that
bags. Enjoy it. I'm just
and on that note,
saying.
it's been an hour, folks. Don't forget to follow,
Yeah,
like,
man.
subscribe on all social media platforms: YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah, man. We just left it on the court as always, man. Like my bro said, make sure y'all hit all those platforms up. We do this every Sunday at 12. Being that it's football season, we're finna change our schedule up to that. We're working on that. So just grind out with us. Man, like and subscribe. Excuse me. Like and subscribe to the channel, man. Like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. All the love, man. All the likes, all the shares help a lot. Please believe that. Every time y'all join a live, it helps a lot. We need people to join a live so y'all can come up and be a part of the show. If you want to be a part of the show, you gotta join the live, dog. Much as y'all share on the live, you can come share with us and show your face, man. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. So with that being said, gang, love you, bro.
Peace. Love you too, big bro.
Man, we out of here.